I am John Cleese. Writer, actor, and tall person. Ask me anything. Hello Reddit, John Cleese here. I am best known for writing and starring in Monty Python. I am currently in America and will be spending some of the fall this year zooming around doing live appearances on my Monty Python and the Holy Grail tour.
Before we start, be sure to like and subscribe to be the first to know about new videos. Comment your answer below.
If you could change 20,000 things about this world, what would they be? The very first thing I would do would be to make pedal bins illegal. Second, I would execute anyone called Daryl. That would be enough for the first morning. We could put all the Daryls into pedal bins and throw them off a cliff. You stole my idea. If there were a biopic made about your life, who would you cast as John Cleese? I would cast myself, provided I was not too expensive. Otherwise, I would cast Steven Seagal. Careful. Seagal might not cost as much up front, but he'll double your catering budget. I took a course from John Hopkins at Downing College. I was told you took some inspiration from him. Any stories you care to share about your time at Downing College and learning from John Hopkins? What I remember is that John was very, very kind to me when I was very sad and confused. Is this a real answer, or are you just quoting Grand Budapest Hotel? Is there a project you passed on that you wish you had taken, or vice versa? Thanks for all the years of entertainment. There are 3 roles I was asked to do that I really regret not taking. The Robin Williams role in Birdcage, the butler called Stevens in The Remains of the Day, and the clergyman in charge of the marriage service at the end of The Princess Bride. Be honest, who wrote the fish-slapping dance bit? Was that you or Palin? A 6-pack of beer is writing on your answer. To be honest, I really don't remember. I think it may have been Noam Chomsky. Chomsky, that guy stole my ferret. It is amazing how he gets away with that. He has the largest collection of stolen ferrets anywhere in Pennsylvania. Which, of course, is the center of World Ferret illegal marketing. After Bucharest. Mr. Cleese, what do you think is the most important joke you've ever written? This is the most important joke I've ever heard. Niels Bohr, the founder of quantum physics, had a friend to dinner. As the friend left, he noticed a horseshoe nailed above Bohr's front door. He said to Bohr, accusingly, "Niels, you're a great scientist. You can't believe in superstitions." Bohr answered, "I don't, but apparently it works anyway." John Cleese told me a physics joke. That's going on the headstone. Hello, Mr. Cleese. I'd like to start with the usual thank yous and say I've been an admirer of your work since I was about 9 years old, and of all the comics around, you probably made me laugh the most, and Fawlty Towers never failed to cheer me up even during the most difficult times. That's the first big thank you. But what's so interesting about you is that besides the fact that you are a very skilled performer, both verbal and physical, you've always been a writer who performs his own material. And it's very clear you always took great care to the writing before it got on the screen. I've seen some of your lectures on creativity. You've not only found a very captivating way of explaining your theories on creativity, but it's also completely accurate. I had been writing for some years before I discovered your method of the tortoise enclosure and discovered that it truly made a huge difference. So thank you for all that and much, much more. I've always wondered about the writing within Monty Python. I know you did your usual Python writing with Graham Chapman, but you also wrote some material with, at least, Michael Palin and Eric Idle. I don't know if you wrote things with Terry Jones. You've talked a lot about what it was like to write with Graham, but what was it like for you to write with the others, and was your role in those combinations a very different one from the one you had with Graham? Thank you so much for taking the time to do this, and I hope you're having a lovely day. Very interesting question. At the start I tried to get the other Pythons to mix up the writing partnerships a bit. I thought it worked quite well. Eric and I wrote Sir George Head climbing the twin peaks of Mount Kilimanjaro, and Michael and I wrote Mr. Hilter standing in the Minehead by-election. Nevertheless, we drifted back into our original pairings, and I don't know why. Maybe Chapman was the only one who liked writing with me. I think it was a shame. I think we would have been even more inventive if we mixed the writing teams up a bit. What is your take on Bitcoin and decentralization of financial power? 10%. What are your top 5 favorite films of all time? This morning they are Princess Bride, The Sting, Dr. Strangelove, The Conversation, and The Great Dictator. Will there ever be a Python movie again? Only when the others are dead. Then I will make the definitive one. Ah, the Monty Python Tontine.
You have been visited by Sad Cat. Like this video and subscribe to the channel to make Sad Cat happy again.